Alright. I think we're live. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, here we go. I don't have the TeamSpeak streaming into the stream because it would just be overwhelming. So a lot of conversation going on at the moment. I've never streamed DCS before, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I did a pretty janky camera setup up here. Alright. I'm gonna turn my TeamSpeak down so I can think here. APU generator on. KQ, JTARS, IFC, CDU, EGI, get the... Why aren't I working here? Really? Are we playing this game already? Damn panels aren't gonna work. Or did I click off the screen? Is that what it was? There we go. It's because I clicked off the screen. Let's try that again. Alright. Let's see, I think I have voice attack running. Ground crew rearm. And it's gonna give me trouble too. Or I don't have it running. Let's see here. No, it's running, it's just being a pain in the ass. Ground crew rearm. There we go. Change out these bombs to GBU 54s. Left engine's coming up. Take the fuel down, 60%'s enough here. Change our livery. And then need to bring the cockpit back up. There we go. APU generator off. Start the right engine, arm the ejection seat. Just turn on the UHF radio since that's all we need. Anti-skid, taxi lights, pitch and roll SAS. See what's going on Facebook. Any minute now I can find the damn screen. Here we go. Oh yeah, I built most of this like 5 years ago, and I haven't flown too much in the last couple of years. Been more into truck sim stuff, and just the general bugginess of DCS has kept me away from it. Check our CDU here. Once again, I'm not focused on the sim. There we go. Another couple minutes on the INS alignment. Close the canopy. F10. So we are over here at Incirlik in Turkey. We're flying over to Aleppo in Syria. We've got some players out here. Looks like we've taken the Aleppo International Airport. There's all sorts of ground targets around Aleppo. F1. We've got voice attack set up to control a bunch of stuff, so I don't have to have the damn keyboard in my lap.
Rearming complete.
Alright, so we're gonna turn our countermeasures on. And the RWR is going to be pretty annoying here. There's all sorts of radar stuff going on. Acknowledge that. Shut the APU off. Don't know why my gauges aren't working here. I've got some sort of problem with that. I'll have to diagnose at another point. It was just working though. Alright, our navigation's aligned. Check our warning panel. Let's get the pitot heat on. Turn on the helmet display and then blank it out. Nose wheel steering, and then I gotta load all this stuff for the data cartridge, and that takes about 20 seconds. Till then the displays are locked up. Let's see, I think I have, yeah, I got my lights on.
Dark Star 1-1, pop-up group 118, 170 at 2000 knots.
Yeah, DCS is pretty incredible. I mean, for what it is, it's just, you kind of get jaded after you play it for a while with all the bugginess. But they're making progress. There's a lot of cool planes, but the A-10 was my first, and then they just released the update, which added this helmet display here. And it adds a ton of new situational awareness and capabilities to the plane. A little fast here. Get our CDU up. Ground speed. Fortunately, we have a little bit of a long flight to the AO. It's roughly 70-80 miles. Just check for traffic. Let's see, I didn't set my flaps. There we go. And my sim shaker isn't working either. I'll have to look into that too. Oh, good. Take the countermeasures out of standby. Lights off. And this little line there on our velocity vector, that's going to point us towards our waypoint. And it'll be this little box that's going to show up here. This current waypoint is 82 miles, according to the HUD right there. Get our autopilot on a climb here. I'm going to set up all our weapon stuff, so turn the Mavericks on. I gotta set deconflicting laser codes. For all this. Load symmetrical. It's kind of a pain in the ass when you don't have your bombs loaded all symmetrical. I have some unsymmetrical stuff here, so I'm gonna load them individually. I've also got these laser rockets, so they need to be set as well. And those aren't symmetrical either. Load. Everything is 1666. And I'll turn the targeting pod on.
Dark Star, 1-1, Bra, 124, 150 at 24,000 knots.
I think that's our AWACS out there. If I put the crosshair right on it, it'll tell us.
4-1-1.
Yeah, that's the E3.
Bra, 134, 160
He's 25 miles away at 35,000 feet. And I can also set up the
Dark Star, 1-1, pop-up group, 118, 140 at
the head display. There's some, you can change what shows up in the display and what you don't like. Like, I want the speed to show up all the time. I don't want the horizon line. That's totally useless. Set flight members to always on and 100 yard or 100 mile range. That should be pretty good. Let's see, our ETA is 18 minutes to speed. Yeah, I use TrackIR to look around, and then the game has its own zoom. I don't know if you can see it on my throttle right here, but it's this. On the real A-10 Warthog, this lever here controls the throttle friction. Doesn't do anything in the game, obviously, but in the Thrustmaster Warthog, it's just another axis you can bind, and most people will bind it to zoom so you can look out and see stuff. And then this does have a controllable friction. It's just another wheel that they put up in the front. Of course, the bill of my hat blocks the view of the stick, but that's where the TrackIR thing has to go. Yeah, I've got a Thrustmaster Warthog throttle. This is a VKB Gunfighter Pro joystick base with the Thrustmaster Warthog grip on it. I still have the Warthog base, but I upgraded to the VKB base a while ago. And MFG crosswind rotor pedals with custom combat footrests on them, since he never actually came out with those like he said he was going to. And all this other stuff is totally custom made with the engraving stuff I have at work, and I just assembled all the switches and the computer boards inside it and everything for it to interface. And this little panel up here, which is this panel right there, that's your NMSP panel. This is actually the outside panel's from a real A-10 that they were on sale online for like $5 a piece when they upgraded to the night vision panels. So these old surplus ones were for sale, so I use that as the base to make that one. Just the outside panel, doesn't come with switches or anything. And these are just Thrustmaster MFDs. They're pretty standard, but I had this old monitor that I just stuck them to with some double-sided tape. And if I'm not flight simming for a while, I'll switch this monitor out for one that doesn't have them stuck to it. Kind of wish I had a different thing and they weren't stuck to it sometimes, but I don't see anything too exciting on the RWR scoreboard. Let's see, we have an enemy F-14 and an enemy JF-17 scoreboard. So the F-14 that I saw a minute ago, that would be enemy. So I'll have to watch out for that. So our targeting pod should be on by now, so we can get everything set up there. Did that wrong. It's an interesting system that the A-10 has. You type in the things first, and then you tell it what you want it to apply to. You don't select it and then type it in. So you always got to remember that. Set my net code here. In the F99 server, we always set our group ID to 99. This display over here is called a TAD, a Tactical Awareness Display. It's basically a moving map that shows where you are. So those are all my waypoints. This only has a couple zoom levels with a map on it to reference. On this map anyways, in Syria. The Caucasus map has, I think, maps at every level. And the Persian Gulf map, I think, has more levels than Syria does. So we can see out there, that'll show us where our one of our waypoints is. The little wedding cake symbol, that's called a SPI, sensor point of interest, which is currently my current steer point. And that's what you use to put your sensors on different targets. So I can go to my targeting pod here. And basically, you can't see it, it's too far out for the game to load the picture, but that basically slaved the targeting pod to that location. Put it in IR mode. I'm probably going to make my way towards Aleppo, so I'll use the TAD over here to do that. And you can defocus off your plane and then move the crosshair by itself. Let's see. Looks like I want waypoint 4. So I believe that's this rocker. Yeah. We are still 57 miles out. Let's set our fuel indicator there. 5,700 pounds. A-10 goes a long time on fuel, so I rarely load it more than 60 or 70%, because otherwise it's too heavy. Yeah, I should have had a drink or something. See if I can get a bra call from the AWACS to see where the nearest enemy is. F7. F4.
Dark Star 11411. Request bogey dope. 411. Dark Star 11. Bra 125480 at 23,000 knots.
Yeah, basically directly ahead 80 miles, so that's not good. So hopefully we have some friendly cap in the area. F10. See, we've got a F16 there. I got a friendly F14 as well. I should be fine. Oh, and got another F-16 inbound. F1. I have no idea why the hell it just timed out. I might just fly helo then. That's really fucking aggravating. I'm not gonna fly all that way again.
It's too loud. Zero.
Alright. That's the annoying part. We gotta reset all your damn switches. But we're gonna fly MI8 instead. Get all those on. Let's see, I'm still missing 2 switches over there that I have to do by hand that I forgot to map. Okay, rotor brake. APU on. Okay, our APU is up. We'll start the left engine. Switch to the right seat, set up our countermeasures. Radar altimeter. Close the window. Look at all this bullshit to turn on. There's so many switches in this fucking thing. Yeah, I don't know if it's a combination of the stream. I've never had it just time out like that when it wasn't my internet itself just crapping out. See if I can get SimShaker working again. It's a program that interfaces with the sim and outputs to a transducer in my seat. Okay, so you can feel the rotors moving and feel when you touch down. You can feel when the helicopter enters vortex ring state. Let's see, that's up. Oh yeah, right engine. There it goes. Hopefully the SimShaker audio isn't coming through the microphone. Could be kind of intense. Actually, I have a control here somewhere. down a little. Okay, they're both up, so shut the APU off. And this here is a collective I made a few years ago for flying helicopters. And then so, in a lot of these servers they use a script for transporting troops and other cargoes. So I'm going to kind of look at the map and see what we're doing here. F10. F10. See, we are up here at Minok, which was, where the hell was Minok? Okay. Aleppo's down here. Don't know if we have a fob down here anymore. If we do, it's over here. Yeah, we do. Okay. I'm just gonna fly down there first. So we'll get our heading and bearing here. Basically 180 for 12 miles. F1. See if it times out again when I try and switch the view. F1. Okay. So we'll just set our heading here. I'll get some troops on board. Of course I haven't mapped the radio since I had to redo the firmware on the stick, so Jesus Christ. It's always something. Let's see, here we go. That means my trim and my brake aren't mapped either. So trimmer is that. Reset is... Shit, what did I have the reset as? I think it was this. Brake. Parking brake was that, and wheel brake was that. Okay. Other. F5. F1. F4. Alright, so now I've got anti-air troops loaded. So if I get attacked by any fighter jets, I can stop and let them out, and they can fire off some missiles at them. F2. If anyone doesn't know what a Mi-8 is, it's a big Russian transport helicopter. It can also carry weapons too, but nothing super exciting, just rockets and guns. F1. Main reason I fly it is it's fast compared to the Huey. Takes more getting used to the characteristics though. The engines are a lot slower to react. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had this problem with this, for whatever reason, I really like this joystick base, but sometimes when I have it disconnected from the computer it loses its calibration. Not every time, it's just sometimes, and then so you need to use their special software to calibrate it. But of course the software doesn't want to work on my computer anymore, it just gives me an error. So I sat there and fought with it for like 2 hours the other night, and finally I hooked it up to my fucking laptop and was able to calibrate it and then plug it into my computer and it works again. So I have no idea, but then when I did that and reflashed the firmware, it thinks it's a different joystick now, so everything I had mapped to it before is no longer mapped. Yeah, this is my American Truck Sim computer. I have a little table. There's a little receiver thing I built right here that I can slide a little table into and put the wheel on it, and then I just move the joystick out of the way. I've got the I don't know if you can see it, but the shifter's right here. It's kind of a pain in the ass to switch between them, but that's why I usually will set up one and just use it for a while as that. Gotta say, I haven't had the Syria map very long, but it looks pretty sweet. Yeah, this thing will cruise at about 150 knots, and the Huey, you're lucky to get about 110 out of it. The Gazelle's not any faster than that. The K-50 is a little faster than this, but it's a attack helicopter mainly. There. Got a Huey up here. That might be local. Other? F1? Yeah, that's local max. What you up to, local? Roger, yeah, I was on my way to the fob. Should we make our way to the airport in Aleppo? Yeah, I'll have to stop and grab a fob crate, I think, at the fob up here. Yeah, the script, there's these quote-unquote crates, and then you unpack the crates into different items. In that case, it was a Stinger missile guy. Yeah, we got a friendly K-50 over there. I'm not sure. I just looked out on the map, but I just gotten a Hela, so I got my damn A-10 all the way out here, and my connection timed out. Other,
I'm sorry, Ivan.
have fun. Oh, cool. There's already one there. Okay. Yeah, trying to figure out the best thing to do with our time here. You gotta be real careful coming in for your landings in the MI-8 because it doesn't add power very fast when you start pulling on the collective, so you can just fall out of the sky if you're too aggressive with it. Other?
I'm good for like demoing.
Oh, cool. We got a Hawk out here at Aleppo. That's a SAM system that helps keep everything safe for the Blue 4.
That demo saved our butt. Oh,
I wonder if our time would be best spent building another Hawk site over here to help kind of control the whole city. I don't know, should we set up another Hawk site somewhere to kind of get real good coverage? Yeah, like,
I'm going as hard as I can right now. That's what you need me for. Yay! GG! You did that to me. Can you kick me? Actually, don't kick me. Because
F1.
this thing popped up on my screen and I can't do it.
Oh. Sounds like we're at the point where the mission basically needs to be reloaded anyways, because it's run its course. It can't technically be won because there's some script problems at the moment. So we're just kind of spinning our wheels here. So this whole stream might have been kind of a bust. I'm gonna get up here and grab something to drink. Orange juice just isn't the same without vodka with it. Alright, they are restarting the mission, so might switch back to the A-10 again. Howdy, Jay. Hopefully the server will be back up in a minute. They were just restarting here. So far it's just been kind of a pain in the ass tonight, which is typical DCS fashion. Alright, I think the server's back up. Put the damn throttle back and fly a plane again.
It's called Call of Demo. That wasn't me.
Sorry if you hear my son in the background. He's playing computer games too, so trying to make him be totally quiet is never going to happen. Spoiled. That. Alright, let's try this again. Battery, inverter, APU. Oh hell, I don't know. What is he playing? What are you playing, Call of Duty? What are you playing, Call of Duty? Call of what? Oh, Rocket League. I've never sounded older. Let's see. All that. Okay, it looks like the dash software is working again. So, left engine. Ground crew rearm. Hey, cool, we got a wingman. I need to get some more loadouts here so I don't have to configure them every time I load. I just pick one and go. Let's see, 60% fuel. Change our livery.
Request refueling.
That's good. APU generator off and start the right engine.
Copy.
Turn the canopy down. See, am I dropping frames? I've only dropped 58 so far, that's not too bad. I'll turn that RWR down a little so it's not too annoying. Let's see, both engines are up, so I'll turn the APU off. Pitch in the OSAS. Flaps are set. It's just a matter of alignment for the INS. Couple more minutes there. Yeah, so this will be a fresh mission with a lot of targets to take out, so get our radio on there. Set the backup ADI. Yeah, he's even got my old G27 and ATS, although he hasn't played it in quite a while. But I hooked him up with all my truck mod stuff.
Refueling complete.
I need to teach him how to shift manually. Set our fuel gauge there. Yeah, we're at the point where we don't have any fuel in the wings. I think above 6,900 pound is where you start getting fuel in the wings. So I don't know why they set it to wings by default when it should just be total fuel. Because I don't really care about what's just in the wings. See, about another minute on the alignment. Wait for this number here to reach 4.0, 0.8. And I think this first number represents the time, so 3.2 minutes or something like that. Okay. No warning lights. Can't forget our pitot heat. Turn on the helmet. Scoreboard. See who else is in the A-10 here. Scoreboard. Oh, we've got two buddies. See, flaps are set. There's always something you forget. don't know how well the stream is going. Looks choppy on my end. Probably gonna go to waypoint 3 and work on that. Get our weapons set up here. Okay, Mavericks on. Set our laser codes. Okay, looks like we're all set on laser codes. Get the targeting pod on. So we can set that laser code. Yeah, it's a bummer. I'm not sure what the hell's going on with why it's choppy. DCS is a lot more intensive than ATS for sure. I was hoping it was streaming fine. Oh yeah, we can set my helmet settings here. Horizon off. Flight members on. At 100-mile range. Yeah, that should be good. I wish the Lua files were exposed for this so we could... Some of this stuff in the cockpit, like these default... Oh damn, that's way out of focus. There it goes. These default page options on the MFDs. You can go into the Lua files and edit them so you can select which ones you want to show up there. Because there's way more options in here to display than you have room to display. So, otherwise you have to... So I set it up. So I always have the ones I want there when the game loads. Alright, our TGP is loaded. Get all this set up. Nice thing about a long flight is you got plenty of time to set everything up.